Welcome back to the Gym Owners Podcast. Today we have Natalia, new to Gym Insight and sales manager. Thank you, Natalia, for coming on the Gym Owners Podcast today.
Thanks for having me, my lovely colleague.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So my name is Natalia, and I grew up in Vegas. And I kind of got started in the gym industry when I started doing Pilates when I was 19. And I just thought, oh, you know what? I want to learn about this reformer stuff. And so here I am in my Pilates studio. And I fell in love with it. But just kind of as I started to, I think, evolve in that role of being an instructor, I wanted to know more about the fitness industry. And so it was kind of like Pilates has always been my first love. And I've worked at so many different studios. I lived in Scottsdale at the time. And then I moved to Las Vegas in 2013. And that's when I got, shortly thereafter, I got my personal training certification with NASM. And I have, it's been really beneficial to be in fitness, having 3 kids who were like whales, I say. Like my first daughter was 9.5 pounds, and she was huge, and I should have had a cesarean. And every nurse was like, oh my gosh, what did you do? Because you were able to push this like huge giant baby out, and they were only measuring her at like 7.5 pounds. And anyway, it was like thanks to my strong core from Pilates. So anyway, I was like, I didn't have a C-section. I had her natural, but I'm grateful nonetheless to have been in fitness and have cared for my body and helped other people care for their body for all of these years, because I just see the benefit from it. I'm really grateful. Easy recoveries, no pain, several surgeries, a couple car accidents. And I'll tell you, like, I don't have to take medication. I don't have to, go to, therapy all the time. I'm really grateful that, I started in that path at a very young age.
NASM is a hard cert to get, like compared to, like you hear some trainers are like, oh, I have an A certification or whatnot. Like that's a hard cert. What are some of the types of gyms that you've worked at with that certification?
Well, I worked at Lifetime. That was where I started it, and I got it. And then also just at like a CrossFit gym, which is totally different. And then I kind of started at actually like a bariatric surgeon just for a really short stint. But I always kind of went back to Pilates. And if anything, I used more of the personal training cert, even though I loved training clients in that way. I loved it to help my body, learning like how to weight lift properly, and all of that goes into that. So it was really nice because I always feel like you kind of have to do it yourself first before you can teach other people how to do it well. So I started to become really proficient in weightlifting. Can't you tell?
Sure. And I know those types of gyms, they have extensive sales training to help you sell training and re-sign, or sell training after somebody signs up, or after a free orientation. So I'm sure that helped out as well. I'm sure, am I right with that? Lifetime, like they have a pretty extensive sales training when you do training over there?
Yeah, like they have you leave the state, but it was one of those things where you go through the training, but it's like if you it's like with anything, I felt like it was just easy because I loved it. So I didn't ever have to feel like I was selling anybody anything. I was giving them something that was going to help them. And so there wasn't really, even though they give you a lot of training in regards to that, it was easy peasy. I feel like it was never really like a sell. People were like, yeah, where do I sign?
You believe in what you do.
Yeah, totally.
So what made you come over to this side of the industry, where now instead of dealing with customers, gym owners are our customers, or managers. What made you come on this side? How would you compare it to the other jobs you had doing what you did?
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of like going up the food chain, if you will. Like I help people directly now, but in helping gym owners, you're helping them help the people that I was. So it's like now you're allowing them to run a successful gym by giving them awesome software. And in turn, right, they're helping their members or their customers have a great gym experience. So, it's really nice actually to be able to be on the other end, not in direct contact with the member, but helping owners help their members, because I know what that's like too. I was like an intern for a Pilates studio here where I just kind of was more like the partner with the owner, and I got to see how that studio and that Pilates studio was ran from an owner side. And it was like so eye-opening for me, all that goes into being an owner of a fitness facility. And just helping her with like keeping the books, and then like knowing what attrition was and running packages and all of the billing that came in. And let me tell you, there was another software we were working on at that time, and I wish I would have known about Gym Insight when I was helping her, because it would have made my life so much easier instead of calling in to this other software company and spending hours on the phone trying to just get, learn the software to be able to like help our members. So it's been really nice actually working at Gym Insight and seeing that it doesn't need to be complicated like that. It doesn't need to be difficult, and like just running your business should be an easy thing, and it should be fun, and who you work with, they should be helpful and wanting to see you succeed, which is what I really like about Gym Insight. It's like you're partnering with all these gym owners and you're helping them get up and running to do something that's really going to help their community and a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say you've enjoyed the most so far from switching roles and coming on the side of the fitness training and working at Gym Insight? Is there anything that stuck out that you've enjoyed the most so far?
I'd say like working with you. No, I'm kidding. I do love working with you, but I love the team at Gym Insight. It's a lot of fun. But I don't know, there's just I do love, clearly I love talking. But I love talking to people and I love helping people. And so you're doing that just very firsthand. And I guess that's my favorite thing, just getting to know some of these owners that are already customers of Gym Insight, and then being able to just get to know them and help them. And that's been really fun. And then also just working with the super cool team of people that have the same passion for, for the customers and just for this industry in general. Like we only have one body right here on this earth. So we should help people take care of it, and we're doing that at the inception.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I love. If any customers are watching this, I love you all the same. I would say my most favorite is like people with grand opening clubs, because that's such excitement. It's like sometimes it's the only gym in the community and everybody in the community is excited that gym's going to open, and setting up pre-sales, and on grand opening day that there's already 400,000 or 500,000 people that are already members. Like that's my most favorite thing so far that I would take away, because everybody's just excited. There's no mentions of cancels anywhere close, probably for the next year or so. It's just all happiness and everybody signing up. I would say that's the most fun part for myself. But any other thing that has stuck out with you? Well, since you've kind of joined the Gym Insight team, any situations or anything kind of stuck out that you thought was funny, or it could have been a situation of you helping somebody, a new person that a moment of magic, I'll say, where somebody that you really helped somebody?
Well, I would say, yeah, like there was just she wasn't brand new. She was a current customer of ours. And probably like my moment of magic was like the first person that I got to really like help. And that was Mahea in Hawaii, of like my favorite place to go to. So it was like magical because she lived in Hawaii. We got to vibe on that. And it was really cool just to like offer her a new product that we had that was going to help her save money. And she was awesome. Like, hey, like, just where do I sign? Like, I don't really care, because who doesn't like saving money? And especially when, like inflation is what it is. And so anyway, that was really nice to be able to help her in such a tangible way, like very quickly. And she was super nice. And I don't know, it was just cool to finally like kind of get to know the very first Gym Insight customer. And I was like, oh, and so we like kept in touch, and she like invited me to her place. She's like, come stay with me in Hawaii. I'm like, hey, I'm down, so that was really cool. And so anyway, yeah, that was like a fun, magical moment. Just right when I started, like within the first few weeks, I got to see kind of what, you guys get to do here at Gym Insight. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to love this. This is cool. So
And it's going to make the Gym Owners podcast that much better. Instead of just me being on it, it's going to be a breath of fresh air having somebody else's take on something when I'm interviewing possibly another gym owner, or maybe we're going over some topics that are in the fitness industry that are affecting other gym owners or studio owners or whatever your fitness business is. It's always nice to have a couple different viewpoints on what's going on. So it's going to be refreshing. And I thank you for joining me on these Gym Owner podcasts.
Yeah, I'm excited. We got the East Coast and the West Coast, baby. Yeah. I needed to say, learn how to start talking like you though. Like be like, yeah, so about this cool, give me some coffee.
All right. On that note, anything else you want to say before we say goodbye to everybody?
No, just like come over to Gym Insight. We're awesome. And you get to talk to me and this awesome dude here if you want new software for your gym. So, or you're starting a new gym.
And if your current software is watching this, stay at Gym Insight.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. See you later.
All right. Bye, Anthony. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.